Oh, we're green all the way across the board. That's always good. That's reassuring. Hi. Well, here we are. It's Monday. My color's a little warm here because I moved the lamp. The lamp was over there, and now it's over here. If I move back over there, I'll be a different color entirely again. But I'm just kind of winging it at this point. I think my end goal is going to be to put a circle light around the camera, so that way it's just right in my face the whole darn time. Hey, Roxana, howdy, how are ya? Hi, folks. I see people piling in. It's really kind of amazing. It's Monday, and today's show is songs that were either inspired by comics, illustrated by comics, or just seemed like that sort of thing. I actually have a whole theme together this time around, for once. It's not bad, and we will be debuting a brand new song today, because I literally wrote it like in 20 minutes. So, ponder that.
It's not just obscuring Delilah.
Yes, we have a cat in the shot. That's Delilah over my shoulder over here. My wife is behind the hat. Amy's behind the hat. You can see. Over this. No, there she is. I have to hide behind the comment section. There she is. See, and it's right here next to the disclaimer, which says I am not very good at this. The disclaimer will always be visible. It's like it's a thing. It's a theme or possibly even a motif. But what the heck? Let's actually do a song, shall we? This one is one of my faves, so it's one of the ones I started with. I am going to attempt to play it in tempo. Yes, Kay. Hello, Kay. Welcome back. We have missed you. I'm going to attempt to play this in tempo, roughly 90 beats per minute. I got no guarantees. Possums in a trench coat come to tea. Sit right at a table like you and me. Do they want another biscuit? Better give them 3, 'cause they're not really a gather. 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat go to town. Got themselves an Uber, couldn't flag it down. Now the driver didn't stop though. He just kept on going 'cause he didn't want to drive. 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat see a show. Do you give them just one seat or the entire front row? Do the possums in the middle just peek out through the buttons? Man, I got so many questions for 6 possums in a trench coat. Bridge! Possums in a trench coat on a date. Got there 20 minutes early, couldn't stand to be late. Everything turned out to go much better than expected, 'cause their date turned out to be 6 possums in a caftan. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench 6 possums in a caftan. And once again, my enthusiastic hammering away at an instrument causes one of our cats to flee. Come back here. It's the wrong button. There we go. There's our technical foo-for-all. It's not a Tobias Troubadork show without some technical foo-for-all. Delilah has a certain tolerance level for the amount of noise that I generate in these shows, and will occasionally just wander out, as she did. Now, there is another cat here. I'm going to see if I can show you the other cat. I may or may not be able to. No guarantees. Whereas if you look over here, all right, you see that glowy spot there that's a window? There's actually another cat in that window there, and she's kind of curled in the croissant position and looking at me like, what is going on here? Yes, this is the birthday. This is an unofficial birthday set list for Kay. And Shauna. Speaking of which, Kay, this is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Olay, there we go. Okay, that's it. I can't even remember what note that's in, because I've never actually played an instrument while playing it. While doing it, it's always just been a thing. For those of you who are wondering what the heck just happened, the birthday song is a tradition among Scarby Gananan peoples, and what happens is they gather everybody around and go, this is your birthday song, it isn't very long, and then we all scatter to the four winds. Nobody explains anything. It's a beautiful moment, and it is Renaissance Festival theater at its finest. Now, this is definitely going to be, yes, happy birthday to everyone who has a birthday, who's watching this now, and if your birthday isn't today, well, consider this a down payment. I'm more than happy to give birthday shoutouts. It's in the key of I have no idea. It's the key of R. Speaking of songs in the key of R, there is something very interesting happening in today's show, because there's two songs, one of which I literally wrote like in the space of 20 minutes earlier this morning. I've been inspired by a webcomic called Cat's Cafe, which is on Facebook and also on the Tumblr. And the second song we're going to do is, of course, this one, because I absolutely loved it when it came out, and it seemed to really answer a sentiment of mine. Because, one, Cat's Cafe is a great webcomic, by the way. Feel free to subscribe to it. Do nice things for this person. He does good comics. They're always very wholesome. They're always very heartwarming. They always make you feel good inside. Facts, I'm not ignoring you. I don't know why you couldn't send your crew to raid my show. I may just not be famous enough yet. You know, I may not qualify for it. I don't know. It's a weird thing. We'll figure it out. Twitch is weird. This whole thing is weird. This light is weird, but it's in an interesting place now, because it's not... If I move it, I'll suddenly wash out and become like, you know, the whitest guy you know. He's the whitest girl I know. No, okay, we're going to stop that. We'll do something else. And we will do Platypus Postman. I just got to scroll back down. I now have 51 songs in varying degrees of being finished in my Evernote stack. And that's really kind of astonishing, because most of them are finished. And now the man in the funny hat will sing about a platypus. it's just such a wonderfully, gloriously good thing. I'm a big fan of good things. I'm a big fan of wholesome, as you may or may not have noticed in my life. Because I'm now in my 50s and I've discovered that wholesome is a lot easier to maintain than edgy. And, you know, a lot of people go through an edgy phase in their 20s and sometimes all the way into their 30s. And I hung out with a lot of 20-somethings in my 30s, so there was probably a bit more edgy than was absolutely necessary. But wholesome, you can just maintain. There's no challenge for me to maintain wholesome because I'm just fundamentally a decent guy, I think, or something like that. Oh, yes, Monotremes rock. I do enjoy that. Now, the next song I'm going to do, I literally wrote this morning. I'm not kidding. I wrote this song. I saw this cartoon. I thought, ooh, I should write a song about it. Now, the cartoon and the song is called Kaiju Coffee. Now, I don't know if you can actually see what's going on here, but it is a ship at the sea. There is a captain who's a cat, and first mate who's a rabbit. And they're talking about, here it comes, get ready, you know what to do. Here it comes, and this big kaiju comes up out of the water, and the rabbit scampers to the bow and says, here's your coffee. And the kaiju says, oh, thanks, I needed that. And it's like, Kaiju Coffee. I totally need to do a song about this. That is exactly my thought process. And when I did that, about 20 minutes later, I wrote a song. And I wrote this song. Now, this is literally a brand new song, so I may not do it as well as I think I ought to. But that's okay, because you've never heard it. So basically, any screw-ups I make are going to be taken as intentional and deliberate choices on your part unless I tell you otherwise. And that's the joy of being a singer-songwriter. It covers a multitude of crimes. The SS Presso. Oh, ow. Owie. Okay. It's about the SS at. That's lovely. Now, the other thing I was a little concerned about is that this uses, well, basically the same set of chords as Platypus Postman, just in different order. But, as I was reminded, there's only so many different notes on the scale. And as long as you're doing a different type of song, like Platypus Postman, very much kind of Fish, kind of somewhat early Grateful Dead, kind of vibing kind of song. This one's a little bit, because it's a coffee song, you know? It's a little different. I can't tell you how exactly it feels. Maybe y'all can tell me how it feels to y'all. This is not Insane Neil Diamond, which is Cheesehenge, which will happen on Thursday. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let's see here. Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju coffee helps them not fall asleep. From the depths of the sea to the city downtown, Kaiju gotta get up and start roaming around. But the decades-long slumber is real hard to shake off. What they need is a gallon of that bubbly black stuff. Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju coffee helps them not fall asleep. Just because you're a giant don't mean that you don't have needs. Sometimes some liquid ambition helps you perform great deeds. Gotta level a city first thing in the AM. You need a tank-size latte, get you going again. And Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju coffee helps them not fall asleep. Giant robots need fuel, and a kaiju does too. Gotta have a big joke from 10 gallons of brew. Kaiju cannot breathe fire if their stove isn't lit. Chug down a macchiato, and their flame will not quit. Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju coffee, helps them not fall asleep. Kaiju coffee, rising up from the deep. Kaiju coffee, helps them not fall asleep. Kaiju. And that's it. That's when the lights all go out and the crowd goes, yay! In the concert video in my head. Yes, that's why Godzilla surfaces. He's just looking for a cuppa. Well, you know, caffeine is a thing. It is liquid ambition, and it has gotten me through many of the days and weeks and months that we have all had to endure here. Blue Horse Cult makes bare naked ladies. I like it. I will go with that. I will operate on that theory. So I think that's a keeper. That's a good one. I'm really kind of happy with all of these songs. I'm kind of... Also, it's Monday, so, you know, last week was kind of wobbly. First two shows were just, like, not quite finding the... whatever it is, the groove. The mojo, so I brought the hat back. The hat appears to be working. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I do know, and I can share with you once again, that my lovely wife, Amy, has described this hat as a letter of marque. Basically, an excuse. And I can kind of go with that. The one thing we are thinking about doing is replacing the star here. This star is... this is an old hat. This literally is old hat. I have had this thing since the mid-'80s. And I got it at the Texas Renaissance Festival. And is a Lady Draw original. And this sequin star here has seen better days. So we are seriously considering putting something else in there. Leaving all the feathers, though, because by golly. And yet you could wear it to be, like, dashing. Or daring. Or completely invisible. But for some reason, I put the hat on like this and I can get away with a lot of stuff. And it's probably because nobody can believe that someone will actually, with clear conscience and a straight face, wear such a ridiculous piece of headgear. Last song. Is last song already?
And it was the late 80s because we didn't meet until 88.
The late 80s. So we got this at TRF, like the second year we went to TRF together. The first year I got the cloak. Pretty sure. Or did I get the hat first?
No, you got the hat first.
The hat first, yeah. So this was like 88, 89. So that makes this a really old hat. It's okay, Kay. I've told you this before. I have emotional issues older than you, and that's not a knock. So it just means I'm old. More or less. So, but I digress. Last song of the set is going to be one that my friend Bill Codere, BC, has foisted on me. He sent this to me in IM and said, "Here, go look at this." And I said, "Oh, great, what is it?" And he said, "It's a song that was written by..." Hat is 52. 32. All right, Hat. Kay is older than my hat, so there. The Ding Dong Blues, which is a blues song that was written by Bill Griffith, the man behind Zippy the Pinhead, and then later on arranged by a gentleman named Jim Burrill, who does a lot of these kind of fanish things. And the Ding Dong, of course, being one of Zippy the Pinhead's favorite foodstuffs. Now, if you have never encountered Zippy the Pinhead in the wild, after the show, go look up Zippy the Pinhead on the internet. You're on it now. You might as well use it for good. Zippy the Pinhead is a glorious and hilarious thing. There's a lot of dated references in here. That's okay, I'm dated too. It starts out in A, which is nice, and then it wanders into D for an awful lot of it. And you will see my hand gradually cramp up like crazy as I try to jump back and forth between these two while paying attention to the actual song. I put the song lyrics up here so that you can yamble around along with me if you want. There are even chords there, so if you're feeling really ambitious and want to screenshot this mother, that should be long enough to screenshot it, then you can actually sing along with me next time. And you play on the instrument of your choice. I'm going to stick with the ukulele because 4 strings is as much as I'm good for. But it does have mandolin fingerings, which is odd. But I'm okay with that. I got them ding-dong blues, sadder than a dentist drill. I got them ding-dong blues, had a keg of whip and chill. Look like Audrey Hepburn, searching for a diet pill. I got them ding-dong blues, about the Miami Beach. Relax. I got them ding-dong blues, blues. H-bombs 49 cents each. Feel like Mr. Rogers, drinking lots of tab and bleach. Went to ancient Rome, found nobody home. Cub Scouts playing Scrabble, stole my metronome. Oh baby, my hairstyle's obsolete. Madonna bought my building, she put my whirlpool on the street. I got them ding-dong blues, just not having any fun. I got them ding-dong blues, headed for oblivion. Lying on the sofa, crying for the flying nun. I got them ding-dong blues, head's about to bifurcate. I got the ding-dong blues, don't know what it was I ate. Could have been the sushi, caused me to hallucinate. 1 and 1 is 4, 6 and 4 is 9. My favorite orthodontist skipped to Liechtenstein. Oh baby, I'm gloomy as Pagliacci. The only thing will save me, 2 weeks with Liberace. Got the ding-dong blues, suffering from a stabbing pain. I got them ding-dong blues, yes, I'm gonna go insane. Stopping in a phone booth, somewhere outside Bangor, Maine. Don't know what to do, look what's in my shoe. Inside my fortune cookie it said I used the wrong shampoo. Oh baby, I'm down upon my knees. If things don't get much better, I'm gonna send out for Chinese. Does Amy know I'm dated? Yes, she actually cut me in half and counted the rings, so that all
I'm older than he is.
She's older than me by 8 months. 8 months, but only 8 months. By the way, just in case you're wondering, you remember the fridge saga? If you've been coming to these shows over the last couple of weeks, we had a fridge die. But we have a home warranty, so we have a fridge home warranty. And so we sent a guy came out and took a look at the fridge and said, you know what, I think I can fix it. And a couple days later, it's like, you know what, I can't fix it. So we're going to replace it. And the home warranty sent us a couple of Home Depot gift cards to, to gift cards that we went and we have now bought another fridge and we're going to get that new fridge on Friday. We may get the additional pieces of furniture for this wall of stuff that's going to become my command center here on Thursday. So it's going to be a very awkward and complicated week. I'm also taking Friday off the day job again. Using up them vacation days. Why? Because we can. Also because if she doesn't use them, then she loses them entirely. And we don't want that. We are happy to use those
Cisco
vacation days.
believes in people taking their vacation days.
Enforced recreation. Cisco supports enforced recreation. So that's pretty cool. So there's going to be more fridge talk during the week, and just don't worry too much about it. Facebook has done a lot of changes, and they took away your hand clappy emoji. Yeah, that'll work. That works. I appreciate it. I appreciate very much y'all hanging out with me once again. We'll do a couple things real quick here because, it's what we were expecting. First of all, of course, we'll remind you that, as the scroll says, Carpe Diem Comics is the official emotional comic shop. Support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate and the Troubadork Show, and they're right there. Carpe Diem Comics Online.square.site. Dun, 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 dun. We are now in a new location, in an undisclosed location in San Antonio. Carpe Diem Comics is still where they are to begin with. Let me see. Ow, my eye! Oh, gosh. PayPal.com/theadequate. It's up there. Anything you throw in goes directly into the show. We've got my Party on Patreon peeps. Lorene and Brian and John and Richard and Kaylee and BK and Relly and Alicia and Rob and Stefan, hi, read it backwards, have somehow, for some reason, committed to dropping some money in on a monthly basis as part of Patreon, and they get stuff in exchange. For example, the $2 a month cheapest ad budget ever is why Lorene has a couple of ads running around the bottom of this screen here. Paper Angel Press and I believe it's Practical Content. I will remember that eventually. It's been a long day already. You also get buttons and previews of the songs. My Patreon peeps got to hear Cheesehenge before it's inflicted upon a completely unsuspecting and possibly unwilling audience. Pictures of the command center as it slowly grows. Buttons and books and ebooks and all kinds of cool stuff. So patreon.com/theadequate. If you have disposable income and no sense, or know someone who does, after you get the money for yourself, send the extra money over here. So that's that. The archives. Ow, my eye again. I really got to move over. The archives are at twitch.tv and facebook.tv/TobiasTheAdequate. That's the Tobias the Adequate fanbook page on Facebook. YouTube.com/MPLEGARE under the Troubadork playlist is where you can find that stuff. I try to keep this up to date. I've not been great at it, but I'm doing my darndest, darn it. You know, this is a part-time job. I am going to be recording some stuff, and I'm going to be theoretically throwing it out there, probably on Bandcamp sometime in the coming months. I'm also working on another project, which we will talk about perhaps later, which is even weirder than what I do here, and that is saying something. I'm not kidding.
And it's a collaboration.
Also, in the event that anyone who catches this is an animator and is willing to working with us on compensation, we are looking to make about a 3:30 or 4-minute animated music video for part of that collaboration. Do drop me a line. That's it. That's all of it. That's everything. It has been another lovely show. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. Keep circulating the tapes. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. It will confuse them, because without you out there, what I do here makes no sense whatsoever. But we'll do it again. We'll do it again tomorrow, and Wednesday and Thursday about 4:30, and we will carry on until such time as I am required by law to go back to the office on a regular daily basis. I'm going to go into the day job tomorrow to get some stuff done. I should still probably be back here in time to do the show. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do. But hey, you know, we're all making this up as we go along. And remember that. If you're ever in a position where you feel intimidated or like browbeaten, remember, everyone here is making stuff up as they go along. Everyone you meet. So, hang in there. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And once again, thank you for encouraging my behavior. And I will see you next time.